As I've been mentioning, kind of working with neutral feeling as a meditation object. Kind of what I notice is as I work with neutral feeling, it seems like more and more equanimity is a natural consequence of that practice. And as a result of that, it's like when there is unpleasant sensations or feelings happening, if you're coming with an equanimous mind, it's not a problem. It's not actually experienced as pain or unpleasant. And I think as a result of that, it's easier to be aware of all the suffering that's actually around you, seeing where, not even suffering, but just where people need help, where people are maybe overworked, and you're open up to the stress a little bit more. And you're also open up more to happiness as well, seeing things that are beautiful actions that are happening. Just had the experience last 3 weeks since I've been here, of just noticing so much generosity and happiness and joy that actually is happening in the monastery. I just feel like as I'm more neutral, every day I've noticed multiple times where I just see someone doing something kind. Like the other day I noticed somebody bringing over the tea tray for Lumpur for evening tea time. And a monk had just left the bowl washing area and was halfway over to the office, and then just out of the corner of their eye they saw the person coming out of the kitchen, and they just turned around and came over to open the door for the hall. And if you're coming from a neutral perspective, if you're not worried about the future, complaining about what's happening, you see somebody doing something generous like that, it brings you a lot of joy. It's like you don't even have to be the one doing the kind act, but you just see somebody else doing it, and it brings you happiness. And so I was talking about this to Jotipālo yesterday, and he reminded me of one of the suttas. And so I went up and looked at it last night, and it's the Bhikkhuni Dhammadina is talking to her, I think it's her ex-husband, and they're having a real long conversation, but she's pointing out to him that it's like when unpleasant situations happening, it's unpleasant while it's happening, but it's pleasurable when it ends. And then for a pleasant experience, it's obviously pleasant when it's there, but it's unpleasant when it departs. But then she said for neutral feeling, neither pleasant nor unpleasant feelings, it's like it's neutral. It's never neutral. It's like if you're aware of it, it's actually pleasurable. But if you're not aware of that experience, then it's unpleasant. And so I was contemplating this last night, and it basically is like if you're not being mindful, almost all of your experience is unpleasant. And it's like, you can just see how in the world, how many people are really suffering, and how, I think every single one of us probably came to this monastery because we had some sort of sense that the world isn't right. There's something wrong with it. And what's wrong with it is we're not being mindful. And so, just for me, it's like neutral feeling is such an easy, it's really pleasant. It's very pleasant meditation to get into because you don't have to be creating anything. You don't have to be accepting or rejecting. It's just go to the neutral. And it's not just physical sensations, but it's just the storytelling mind. It's like it's easier just to be with what is. Lumpur Sumedho, all these teachings of his starting to come back to me. It's just, this is the way it is. Now is the knowing. It's all about neutral feeling.